you ever wondered what it is about energy drinks and coffee that people love so much? Sure, you could argue that people love the taste, but if you ask most of the people who regularly consume these beverages, they will tell you that they do so for the caffeine.
Coffee and energy drinks are two of the most caffeine-loaded drinks out there, and it seems like kids can't wait to go and drink them. We drink them at home, we drink them out while with friends, we even drink them first thing in the morning. But why is this caffeine craze growing in popularity? What are the effects of guzzling down these caffeine-heavy beverages? We decided to find out firsthand.
Chris, Cam, and I have decided to do some research and conduct our own experiment to see just how much this caffeine affects the everyday life of a caffeine-heavy drinker. My name is Alex, and I will be the human guinea pig for this experiment. For the next few days, I will be drinking coffee and energy drinks every day, at all times of the day. How bad could it be?
While Alex is off gaining some first-hand knowledge of the effects of caffeine, Cam and I will be researching the effects of these drinks and finding some good questions to ask our guinea pig to gauge just how much his everyday life has been affected.
Well, I don't think it comes as a surprise to anyone that caffeine is bad for you, but we'll be here just to see how bad things can get when you crash after drinking this stuff.
Well, good luck, Alex. I'm sure you'll sleep like a baby tonight.
Yeah, best of luck.
Okay, so we stopped at the gas station to pick up some monsters. We got this monster right here. And just reading the back of it, it says that there's over 2 serving sizes in this one can, and that there is more than the daily recommended values of sugar in here. So this thing is also loaded with caffeine, and it's perfectly sealed, you can see. So this is going to be the first monster of many. I'm going to start off the experiment. So here you go.
Here goes nothing.
There you go.
Basically done.
Yep. All right.
First of many.
Yep.
First of many.
Alright, so we're back, and Cam and I have done some research, and what we found is pretty surprising, isn't it?
Yeah, I'd say so. As it turns out, caffeine, or as the scientists call it, crystalline hexathene alkaloid, has many of the effects of a stimulant drug.
The central nervous system is stimulated by caffeine. This gives caffeine the great quality that it is known for, warding off sleep and causing a strong alertness in your body. However, on the downside, more than half the people who consume large amounts of caffeine report sleep disruption.
And not to mention that caffeine is a drug.
A drug?
Yes, Alex, a drug. Like most caffeine drinkers, you are unaware that what you are consuming for the last couple of days is actually a drug.
Okay, well, I'm a little confused here. You mean to tell me that I've been drinking drugs at least twice a day for the last few days?
Yes, Alex. What Cam said is true. Caffeine is a drug. As a matter of fact, caffeine is the most widely consumed psychoactive drug in the world.
Okay, you're going to have to explain this a little more to me.
Okay, well you see, Alex, caffeine is a drug. However, unlike lots of other psychoactive drugs like LSD, heroin, shrooms, and cannabis, caffeine is legal and also unregulated in most parts of the world.
Is that the reason why I feel best when I start drinking the caffeine?
Well, although caffeine is not addictive, studies have shown that heavy or frequent drinkers of caffeine can develop a dependency on it. Tolerance for caffeine can build up for heavy users, and that may contribute to why you feel best when you're drinking it.
So, how about you tell us about how your caffeine binge has been going?
Okay, so for the last 4 days, I've been drinking a cup of coffee in the morning and a Monster or a Red Bull at night. Also, on 2 of those days, I had an energy drink, along with lunch. The effects were a lot stronger than I thought they would be. After the first day, I felt sick at night and had trouble sleeping. This made waking up for school a lot harder than it usually is for me. Mornings were a pain, but I would wake up and feel back to normal, if not even a little more awake than usual after my morning cup of coffee.
What were some of the effects you had from all of this caffeine?
Well, on the second night, I felt strong anxiety. I started to get all stressed out over small things like schoolwork and chores. I think my family could see the effect on me more than I even noticed it. My attitude toward my family became pretty bad. I was constantly on edge, and a lot of little things would bother me. Health-wise, I realized that I was becoming dehydrated. It seemed that the more caffeine I drank, the thirstier it would make me.
How would you say your body was affected by this?
Other than the feeling of being dehydrated, the scariest thing I could relate to my caffeine intake was a feeling I got in my chest on the third night. I was sitting down to relax and watch TV. It was maybe around 20 minutes after I had drank a Monster, and I started to get a weird feeling in my chest. The best way I could describe it would be as a pressure in my chest. And soon after this feeling, I could feel my heart beating very fast and hard. It was a pretty scary feeling and didn't go away until about 5 minutes later.
So after this, what are your views towards energy drinks?
I think I have earned the right to say that energy drinks are bad when abused. It turns out that the sugar and caffeine had my body in a nervous, energetic state for most of this experiment. I had trouble sleeping and couldn't help but be irritable. I would wake up exhausted and would despise the idea of attending school. I had emotional changes. I had changes in behavior. I had effects that I didn't think I would have from just primarily caffeine. I had learned from this experiment that if not drinking in small portions, that energy drinks can have a monumental effect on your body and its health. So next time you drink Monster or coffee, think twice about the quantity, because take it from me, you're not benefiting your body.
Thanks, Alex.
This is Song Time with Cam and Chris.
Caffeine is bad. It'll mess with your head. The next thing you know, you can't fall asleep in bed. Be careful what you drink, because I'm sure you might think that everything is okay, but it'll mess up your day. So now we're done. This project was so much fun. We've learned so much. This last line doesn't